Hello students, welcome to AriserTalent. As you know, we are studying the very important chapter of class 10, that is life process. In my previous lecture, I have told you about the respiration in plants. Now we are going to discuss the respiration in animals. Okay. Animals have different respiratory organs. This is the reason the mode of respiration varies according to the organism. So let's start the respiration in different animals. Okay, so here first we are going to talk about the respiration in amoeba. As we know or we can see, amoeba is unicellular. It's found in water. Okay, so here the mode of respiration is what? Actually, it is unicellular, it does not have many organs, so definitely it will breathe through its body surface. Okay, as it is found in the water, so what will happen? The water oxygen which is dissolved in water, it will enter in the body through the process of diffusion. Okay, or in the cell, it will enter in the cell due to the process of diffusion. Now what happens? As we can see, amoeba is unicellular, it is in the direct contact of water. So whatever the oxygen is there, it will dissolve. Whatever the oxygen is dissolved in the water, it will enter in the body. Okay, and at the same time, whatever the carbon dioxide is there, it will expel out through the body surface only. Clear? So here let me mention, even we have already mentioned that the exchange of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide occurs through the plasma membrane. So first of all, we are going to talk about amoeba. Respiration in amoeba. Okay. So as amoeba is unicellular, it's unicellular. Okay, found in water. So what happens? It is in the direct contact with the aquatic environment. So it will, as it is unicellular, it will breathe through its body surface. Okay, it breathes through its body surface. Okay, it's breathe through its body surface. Oxygen dissolved in water, oxygen dissolved in water diffuses in the cell. Which cell? This cell. Amoeba is unicellular. So oxygen which is dissolved in water diffuses in the cell and brings oxidation of food. When the oxygen will enter in the unicellular amoeba, then it will do the oxidation of food. So the cells and brings the oxidation of food. Okay. Then carbon dioxide is exhaled or removed out of the body carbon dioxide is thrown out of the body through the body surface. Okay, because so thus we can say that respiration in amoeba takes place through its body surface as it is unicellular and is in the direct contact with the aquatic environment. Clear? So it was all about the respiration in amoeba. Now we are going to talk about respiration in earthworms. Next, we are going to talk about respiration in earthworms. Okay, now the habitat of earthworm is different. As I told you that different animals have different respiratory organs. So the mode of respiration is different according to the organism. Previously we talked about the amoeba. Amoeba is aquatic. Here we are talking about earthworm, which is generally found in the soil. So now its habitat is different, so definitely the mode of respiration will be different. So come to the point, respiration in earthworm. Generally earthworm has moist and thin skin. Okay, so it breathes through its moist skin. This skin is rich in blood. Okay, now what happens, this moist skin absorbs the oxygen, okay, and then whatever the blood is present here, it absorbs the oxygen and it supplies the oxygen to the all body. Clear? Same time, carbon dioxide get mixed with the blood and is again exhaled out of the body through this moist skin. Okay, come to the point, respiration in earthworm. Earthworms have thin and moist skin. Okay, its skin is rich in blood. Its skin is rich in blood. Oxygen enters through the moist skin. Oxygen in the body enters through the moist skin, and is absorbed by blood because skin is rich in blood. So here the oxygen which enters through the moist skin is absorbed by the blood, and reaches, thus this oxygen reaches to all the parts of its body with blood only. Okay, blood is supplied to all the parts of the body and thus oxygen get dissolved in the blood. Blood absorbs this oxygen and then it supplies the oxygen to all the body parts. Fine. Then carbon dioxide again is expelled out of the body at the same time. Carbon dioxide is expelled out of the body by the moist skin. Clear? Means carbon dioxide get mixed with the blood because skin is rich in blood. Okay, and then it is expelled out of the body through the moist skin. So thus what we can say? We can say that in earthworm respiration takes place through the moist skin. So what is the main point here? The point to be noted is that in earthworms respiration or exchange of gases, here let me mention exchange of gases like oxygen and carbon dioxide, O2, and CO2 takes place by moist skin, moist and thin skin. Okay, so conclusion of all those things is that in earthworm exchange of gases takes place through its soft and moist skin. Clear? This was all about the respiration in earthworm. Next, we are going to talk about respiration in fish. Yes, respiration in fish. As we all know, fish is an aquatic animal. Okay, it's found in water, but it is multicellular. Previously, we talked about the respiration in amoeba, that was unicellular. Now, we are going to talk about respiration in fish. Though it is aquatic animal, but it is multicellular, so it has different respiratory organ. Now, let's talk about it. Here we can see in the image that water enters in the fish via its mouth. Okay, when it has gills. So here we can say that in the fishes, respiratory organs are gills. Okay, these gills are found at the both side of the head. Now, when water enters through the mouth, it goes here in the gills. So, these gills have blood supply. Okay, these have bloods. Now, what happens? Whatever the oxygen is dissolved there in the water, that is absorbed by the blood here in the gills, and then water is exhaled out by these slits. Here we can say gill slits are there. So, when the enters in the mouth, okay, here we can see that blood can absorb this oxygen and the water is exhaled out through the gill slits. Clear? At the same time, now what happens? As I told you that these gills have blood supply, they have blood capillaries. Okay. Now what happens when these blood is supplied to the body parts at the same time? Then carbon dioxide is also absorbed by that blood, and then as it absorbs the oxygen, at the same time it releases carbon dioxide in the water. Clear? I mean to say that when water enters in the fish mouth, then it goes into the gills. In the gills, oxygen is absorbed by the blood. At the same time, carbon dioxide which is present there, it is released into the water. Clear? So, this is the respiration in fish. Let me mention respiration in fish. In the fishes, respiratory organs is gill or gills. Okay. This is the reason respiration in fishes is known as branchial. Okay. Now what happens? Gills are present. What is the position of gills? Gills are present. Gills are present at the both sides of its head. Okay. Water enters in the mouth and passes through gills. Oxygen dissolved in water, oxygen dissolved in water is absorbed by the blood in the gills, and at the same time carbon dioxide is released into the water. At the same time carbon dioxide is released from the blood into the water. Okay, means blood is present in the gills. Okay, at the same time when the blood absorbs oxygen, it releases carbon dioxide there in the gills, and when the water passes from the gills, then that carbon dioxide is released into the water itself. Now water is removed out by gill slates. Okay, thus we can say that in the fishes, exchange of gases take place by the gills only. Okay, thus exchange of gases, which gases? Carbon dioxide and oxygen. Exchange of gases in fishes take place by gills. Okay, and this is the reason it is known as branchial respiration. Now, till now we have studied about the respiration in animals, different animals like amoeba, earthworm and fish. Now next we are going to talk about the respiration in insects. Respiration in grasshopper. Before that, let me explain you. Insects like grasshopper, mosquito, housefly have the same mode of respiration. What is that? As we all know that small holes are present in the insects for the respiration, and those holes are known as air holes or spiracles. Okay, so let me mention here respiration in insects. If we talk about respiration in insects, so especially here we are talking about the grasshopper. Okay, but not only in the grasshopper, beside it in the housefly and in the bees, same kind of respiratory system is found. So let me explain. Generally they have air holes. Some air holes are present in their body which are known as spiracles. Okay, or spiracles. These spiracles or air holes form a system in the grasshopper's body. Here we can see they form, these are the spiracles. These air holes are known as spiracles. They form a system. Here we can see they form a system. Okay, the spiracle means air hole. When oxygen enters here through the spiracle, it goes into the trachea, means windpipe. Okay, through the trachea it goes into the tracheoles and fluid filled. Here is a fluid is filled. Okay, these are the muscles and fluid is filled here. So what is the path of movement of gases? When air enters here in the spiracle, then oxygen present here goes to the trachea and through it reaches in all the body parts. Clear? This is the complete system of spiracles, that is known as spiracle system. Let me mention. So here what are the organs of the respiration in insects? So organs of respiration in insects like grasshopper, housefly, bees, mosquitoes are air holes or spiracle. Okay, these spiracles form a system in insect body. Okay, and thus the oxygen which enters through the spiracle reaches in all the body parts. The air enters in the spiracle reaches all the body parts reaches to all the body parts through this system. Okay, and in the same way, carbon dioxide, which is released by the body, is expelled out through the through the spiracles only. Okay, so here we have discussed about the respiration in different animals. What were they? We studied about the respiration in amoeba, we studied the respiration in fishes, we studied the respiration in grasshopper, and then we studied the respiration in insect. So let me recall that respiration, if we talk about the respiration in amoeba, then amoeba is unicellular and it breathes through, or we can say that the exchange of gases in amoeba takes place through its body surface. Fine. Then if we talk about the respiration in fishes, fishes have gills, means the respiratory organ in the fish's gills. So we can say that the exchange of gases in the fish take place through the gills. Grasshopper, then it has moist and soft skin. Okay, thin skin is there, so it breathes through. Thus we can say that the earthworm breathes through its thin and moist skin. Generally moist skin is rich in blood. Okay, if we talk about grasshopper, then grasshopper is an insect. Okay, so whatever insects are there like housefly, mosquitoes, bees, so respiration in those insects take place through the spiracles. Okay, so here we have studied the very interesting topic, that of respiration in animals. Hope everything is clear to you. Thank you.